Welcome back to Welsh Miniature Board Gamer, and today we're going to have a look at Mantic's Star Saga, and this is the Kickstarter edition of the game. Now this is available to buy from the Mantic website at time of recording. So first of all, I like the cover art of the box. It's really nice and matte, and it's 11 inches by 11 inches in size. It's kind of a muted looking box, which I kind of like, and I think it's going to fit on the shelf quite well. So let's have a quick look at what's in the box. So first of all, you have this nice glossy picture, which I put up at the beginning of my video. That's very nice. Then we have the actual mission booklet, which if you know about Mantic products, you'll know this type of books these are. And then the rule book, very similar to Dungeon Saga and the Walking Dead size booklets. So then you got all these cards. Now I am not bothering opening the cards because it really is not going to show the game off to any great thing if I show you the cards. But there's the two sizes. There's the loot size, and then there's the bigger mission-like ones. So as you can see, a load of the stuff is hidden underneath. So here are the doors, which we'll have a look at in more detail later. Here are the characters. Now, because this is the Kickstarter edition, we've got extra characters. Then we have this nice little dice bag, or counter bag, whichever. Then you have the dice, of course, and you have 5 of each of the colours, so 5 blue, 5 red. Then we got the cardboard terrain tiles and counters. So we got 4 boards of these. So let's have a look at the miniatures. Here are the scenery pieces. Again, I think you can get these separately from the Mantic website if you wanted to buy some more. And we'll have a look at them in a bit more detail in a minute. So it comes with nice segmented areas. So these are the miniatures. So we have 6 of these plague zombies in 2 different poses. And they're red plastic to show that they're enemy miniatures, which is quite nice if you want to play before you've managed to paint them up. So after that we have some of these soldiers. So there's 3 of each pose. There's this pointing guy. This is the flamer. There's the running pose, which he's really leaning into that run. Then you got this sort of waist-high aiming his rifle. I quite like these miniatures. They're very sort of Starship Trooper looking, and then this is one aiming. And I kind of like that. It's sort of that near future tech as opposed to that super high tech looking miniatures, which I really like the look of. So here they are. So next we have the scientists or lab technicians. So you have 2 poses, and you have 3 of each pose. Now I've primed some of these, but they were the red ones, but I primed them, so I'm starting to paint them, so we'll see what the paint sticks to them like in the future. But I can't see there being any problem really, considering I've painted a lot of Mantic board games and they usually paint up fine. So those are the 2 styles that you get, so you get 6 of those. So next we get these security guards. So you get 3 different poses. You get the aiming rifle, the talking into the communicator, and a female version walking. Now you get 3, I believe, each of these. Yep. And as you can see, I've painted a few up. And they took paint fine, so I got no problem with painting up any of these miniatures. As usual, because they're board miniatures, they're sort of a quick paint job, but you need to wash them before you start painting because of the mold release, etc. So here is the, I forget what they call it. He's the big baddie mutant plague creature, but yes, he's huge, so he's going to make an impressive looking baddie. So next we have all of the blue ones, which I'm assuming are like the good guys and character baddies. So there's a huge pile here, and I'll take you through them. So I know this is one of the good guys. I couldn't tell you his name, but he's one of the good guys. Sword's a bit floppy, but you can easily fix that. So next we have the dwarven, like mechanic looking dude. I know he comes in the original set like the previous person, and he looks really cool, and he'll go with my Dead Zone army. Now this guy looks like a baddie officer, a security guard officer, so yep. Next we have this sort of Dr. Octopus looking dude, and I think he's a baddie. He certainly looks like it. Very cool looking miniatures actually, some of these, I really like them. Then you have this sort of, I'm not really sure what to call him. He looks like a sci-fi wizard almost. But I think a lot of these miniatures are going to be used in other games as well, which is nice. And yeah, there's, I forget her name, Kowalski or something. Yeah. Then we have Blaine, who's a bit of a character in the Mantic universe, I do believe. Then we have this cool little droid, which is very sort of claptrap-ish. Again, it's going to be turning up in a lot of my games. And then we have this gene stealer that isn't a gene stealer, because gene stealers don't exist in this world. Then we have this rebel, female rebel, which comes in the, I definitely know comes in the normal version. And this dude who comes in the normal version, and again he looks really sort of cool and can work in a lot of different types of games and settings. There's power armor dude, looks a bit sort of Dark Space-ish. And Mr. Tentacles here, just in case you want some really weird looking aliens, you know, they'll work really well. All in all, I really like these miniatures. They're really nice. They got a little bit of soft plastic bit to them, but they're a bit bendy. But you know, if you're used to painting Reaper or any of those sort of cheaper miniatures or game board pieces, you'll be able to paint these no problem, and you'll be able to, you know what you're getting into. So here's one of my favourite, the Vermin rat person. They're really cool. I really like that miniature. I'm going to look forward to painting him. And then you have a couple of these guns and baggage pieces just to add a bit of scenic stuff to it. I'm sure they got something to do with the game where you can use them, but I haven't played the game yet, so I can't really give my review on the actual game, just really the components. Now the doors, you might have seen me review the doors before, because I bought a pack separately, so if you haven't, you can go back and have a look at my previous videos and you'll see where I review them. But generally speaking, these are made of a hard plastic, not the soft plastic of the miniatures, and they're really nice and take paint well. You get 2 of each kind of door. So you get 6 small doors and 4 big doors. And they vary from sort of Death Star looking doors to the Cantina looking doors if you go in Star Wars style. Then you get loads of pieces, 2 pieces each of all of the things I'm showing you. And there are loads of pieces of scenery. They're very soft. I love that tank thing. I think that's going to be amazing to paint up. Now these things are really warped, but again, a bit of boiling water or hot water, but be very careful. You should be able to bend them back into place. And they're nice little pieces that can be used in loads of different games. You don't have to just use them for this particular game. I'm sure they'll be popping up in my games of role playing, etc. as objectives, and in my games of Dead Zone, which I really love Dead Zone, so yeah. So that was the scenery piece, and now we're over to the card stock. It's a thick piece of card. It doesn't look like it'll warp very easily. The only downside is the actual squares are quite hard to see, what I find anyway, which is a bit of a problem, but if you really look, you can see them. So that's it. That's all you get in the Kickstarter version of Star Saga. So that's my review on the components for the Mantic Star Saga Kickstarter edition. All in all, I think it's a really nice quality product, and yeah, you know what you're getting with Mantic. I haven't yet played the game, and I'm looking forward to doing that in the near future. So if you've liked this video, please leave a like, and if you wish to comment, you can below. If you want to see future things from me, please subscribe. Until next time, goodbye from Welsh Miniature Board Gamer.